Hey, do I look a little bit sunburned? See, I was shooting for over 5 hours yesterday and over 6 hours the day before that. Um, Interestingly enough, it's going to be 82 degrees today. 82! Sunburned in January. Hashtag sunburned in January. Salty rant. I was out shooting downtown yesterday with Fujifilm GFX and fisheye and 3264. Anyway, there was a photographer that was doing, I think it's a wedding, post wedding or a couple shot of some portraiture, and she had a Ona Bowery bag, which is a tiny little leather bag. And as I walked past her slowly, I don't know what camera she had in her hand. I wasn't looking too closely at the time, but I noticed that there was nothing in the bag but one lens. Like, that's great. Someone's gonna do some portraiture. And I went downtown and I made my way back, and she was taking pictures of the lovely couple, and she was posing. I was like, hug this way, and she was in the shadow of a building. And actually, a lot of the downtown architecture is very beautiful, but when you're doing it in the shadow, even in the light, okay, there is such a thing as a Phil Flash. I don't know if you've heard of Phil Flash. He's related to Susie Flash Cube. Um, she's posing this couple, and as I came back, she's no speed light. There's no speed light. She had camera and two lenses, one lens in the bag, and I see her doing all that. I just paused for a second, like about 15 yards back. I'm just sitting there looking like this. I'm like, you know the reason why 95% of professional photography is flash photography? Do you know the reason why? Because sensor saturation is everything. What's better, the best Zeiss lens or the best lens that you could ever think of, or a crummy lens and either a studio strobe or a speed light? Yeah, a crummy lens and a speed light will get you far, far further with far, far superior sensor saturation. And photography, I was just looking at this woman, and of course it is sunny outside, and this is what people think. Everybody, I'm a professional photographer, I've got so many clients, I got a website. Yeah, but you're not, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. For God's sakes, even though it's horrible lighting, at least stick a speed light on the hot shoe of that camera, which is crummy lighting, which really should only be used for photojournalism and a few other things like close-in sports where, very fine lighting is not important. Rather, what is important is capturing the shot. At least stick a speed light there, because people say, well, I've only got two hands, and, I'm composing, and I have to have my other hand here, and the other hand's on the camera, and, is it too much trouble to pack like a $15 light stand on your back? You can put a tripod on a backpack. If you're a professional photographer, you're taking a couple downtown and you're charging them more than like $100 for the shoot, which everybody is. Why don't you, sensor saturation is everything. 95% of professional photography is flash photography, damn it! And 95% of professional photography is flash photography for a reason. I don't care what she does, I'm sure she's making money. I hope she's happy. That's wonderful. Hope her clients are happy. You can't do a lot with an unsaturated shadow shot in the shadow of this tall building that she was doing. It doesn't matter whether you're using Lightroom, Photoshop, or Capture One. It's only so much you could do with what you got. Sensor saturation is everything. Also, sculpting the light is everything. Interestingly enough, also, here's another salty rant. 2 days ago, I was at the wildlife sanctuary where I got my face sunburned, and I shot a hair over 90 gigs of photo. Yes, 90 gigabytes. Over 90 gigabytes. And there was a nice lady there. I think she was English. She had a 300 millimeter f2.8 Canon lens and her Canon camera. I don't know which Canon camera it was. Not important. And I heard her talking to her friend, and we were both taking pictures of the roseate spoonbills, and she kept talking to her friend about the JPEGs that she was looking at yesterday, because apparently she was saying, I was like, oh, I said, you shoot RAW at all? And in a brief moment of her pausing to change out her cards, like, do you shoot RAW at all? It's like, no, I don't shoot RAW. If you're shooting JPEGs only with a 300 millimeter 2.8, it's like having a Lamborghini and only, driving it to the grocery store. It's like, I got a Lamborghini. I only drive it to the grocery store. It's really stupid.